Hello, hi friends. Myself Alavat Ramesh. I am the research scholar in chemical science, and today we will talk about introduction to chromatography and the high performance liquid chromatography means HPLC. If you go like research area, if you go to any companies and if you do any research, chromatography one of the basic techniques as a chemist fellows. Chromatography is general and it is useful for separation techniques for organic compounds, whatever any other. So chromatography, today we will talk about the introduction of chromatography and HPLC chromatography, brief introduction. Then we will further, I will discuss about you next class detail about the chromatography and types of chromatography. And I will show you now slide by slide what is chromatography and how it is works principle and what are the mobile phase and stationary phase, two things we will discuss. Okay, so let us, we will move slide by slide by discussing of slide wise introduction of chromatography and HPLC. Okay, you can see the first one, introduction to chromatography and high performance liquid chromatography. Learn chemistry, think chemistry and practice chemistry. Okay, and you can see the first one. First, before we are going to discuss about the chromatography, first of all we know what is chromatography. Chromatography is a laboratory techniques for the separation of a mixture. The mixture is dissolved in a fluid like gas, solvent and water and called the mobile phase, and which carries it through a system like column or the capillary tube or plates or sheets, on which this fixed the material called as stationary phase. So what is chromatography means? Chromatography is nothing but of one laboratory techniques. It is one of the separation techniques. If you have a mixture, the chromatography will be separating. So one of the separation technique, that in that chromatography mainly two phases is available. The mainly repeated words are the two. One is a mobile phase and stationary phase. What is a mobile phase? Mobile phase means it is the dissolve the fluids like gas, water and those are that comes under the mobile phase. That stationary phase means it is the which is the fix the material of that is called as the stationary phase. Okay, like a column and the capillary tubes and plates and sheets comes under. Like you can see the next one. Before going to discuss, suppose I will give you here brief introduction like starting material we are using here. Like suppose you have a one beaker and you heated in like that magnetic stirrer and then it is a like a pink color. After sometimes it is changed into that like blue color or something. The what is happening from that? After some time the starting material is pink and after some time it is changed into the blue color. So that is called as a reaction mixture. Starting material is after few times it convert into the color is changing. So from that what is happening? You can find out. That is our concept. So it is, yes, there is only one product. If you analyze, how do you know this is the only one product? So these are the questions on our mind. So in a reaction may form different byproducts. So if the simple the color will changing, it is not a one step reaction. Though so many things are happened on that. So the may form a different byproduct. Starting material may left something or the not 100% conversion and different isomers may be formed. So these are the same different questions will be arise. Okay. So the process of separation. So starting we have one material, after few times it convert into that color, changing to that color. So that is form what is the reaction mechanism it happen. Then how do you separate? Suppose if you take a mixture like a stone and water, mix it, then after you can separate by the filtration. So like that, what are the process of separation in chromatography we will discuss here. You can see here the extraction depending upon the solubility in different solvent. And second one by crystallization method. These are the two methods to separation techniques. And the chromatography is mainly two types like gas chromatography and liquid chromatography. I will show in here the figure. You can see that figure, from figure to you can identify like then is you can see here and it is understood. Okay, the chromatography, gas chromatography and liquid chromatography. Liquid chromatography again 4 types. First one is the TLC, thin layer chromatography. Second one is the paper chromatography. Third one is the column chromatography. Fourth one is HPLC. Okay, thin layer chromatography, paper chromatography, column chromatography and high performance liquid chromatography. Okay, these are the 4 types of liquid chromatography. Next we can think, first one we will discuss about the TLC, thin layer chromatography. Thin layer chromatography is an important technique for the identification and separation of mixture of a organic compound. It is useful for the identification of components of a mixture by using appropriate stands, following the color of reaction, analyze the fraction and collecting during the purification and analyzing the purity of the compounds. Okay, and you can see the Michael Tens is the credit as the being the father of the liquid chromatography. He developed the ideas in 1900. Okay, TLC is one of the simplest, fastest, easiest and least expensive of a several chromatographic techniques used in qualitative and quantitative analysis to separate the organic compound. So TLC is one of the very easy, simplest and no need to any technical skills. Next one we will talk about this method. So thin layer chromatography, if you see that thin layer chromatography has a mobile phase rise up to the TLC plate by capillary action. The component dissolve in the solvent and moved up to the TLC plate. So individual components move up the different rates. So depending on the intermolecular force between the component and the silica gel, like stationary phase, and the components and the mobile phase. You can see the from figure you can understand the analyte and the solvent will flow and silica particles. From this figure you can easily understand the stationary phase of silicon oxide and the is a very polar, right? It is capable of strong dipole and the hydrogen bonding, donating and accepting of the interactions with the analytes. So the component being be analyzed. So more polar analytes interact more strongly with the stationary phase as move very slowly up to the TLC plate. So the comparison of the mobile phase is relatively non-polar and capable of interacting with the analytes in stronger landing force and as well as the dipole and the hydrogen bonding. More polar analytes are interacted strongly with the polar silica gel and the more strongly is the polar and mobile phase and moved up to the TLC plate. You can think about that how that chain system is happening. So silica gel, how that interaction is between that there. So silica gel most commonly adsorbent and it's in TLC. This is the mechanism of this one, and the principle is the separation generally is absorption and the partition is will depending on that. The hydrogen bonding will form, maintain the force controlling the absorption of these things. Okay, so these analytes, the functional group will be understood. Next one thing, thin layer chromatography procedure. Prepare a first is a plates, like selected plate, then after make the plates and then after apply the sample, then the prepare the mobile phase, and fifth one in the develop the plates, and then after sixth one detection of analytes. Total the 6 steps to do the thin layer chromatography. After visualization and interpretation also is one of the very important in that thin layer chromatography. So most of the spots are will be not visible, then you can go through that using of stain materials. Like here, if you spots are can be visualized in 2 basic techniques. One is the ultraviolet in 254 nanometer, the short wave, and the longer wave 340 nanometer used into the commonly. The staining make the spot visible also. This is the like you are using that UV and those. And next one, staining also one of the major role in the TLC. TLC following the zone may be made in visible staining the spray of TLC plate in splitting, visualizing reagents in nowadays available in market. Several different reagents can be used, not all will visualize in your sample zone. So you cannot detectable by naked eyes. By staining solution you can see the after staining how you are going to the visible. So you must be have to correct the visualization reagent to be a view on your spots. So most of the visualization is 10% sulfuric acid solution which spray on your the plate. The plate is heated and your spot are cherry teeth will be seen your eyes. Glass plates only, but several details may be need to work out in this reagent. Next one you can see the how to calculate the RF, retention factor. So thin layer chromatography, this is one of the major role. The distance traveled by the particular spot by distance traveled by the solvent spot. You can see the, suppose if you are having the two sample spots A and B, this is the baseline, this is the solvent front line. Then after you can dip into the mobile phase and stationary phase. Then after you can calculate the compound A and compound B, how much distance will be traveled. This is the C. For example, IUL calculation procedure. You can see the here A, B, C, U, C and D. This is the distance migration by the how the spots are moving. From to here you can calculate these formulas. Okay. And next you can see the thin layer chromatography. What are the major advantage of TLC? The low cost and the short analysis time and easy of a sample preparation. All spots can be visualized and sample cleanup in Sledum if necessary. And and adaptable to most pharmaceuticals and use all quantities of solvent. Require minimal training is enough and reliability and quick and minimal amount of a requirement is needed. This is advantage. Next we will talk about the column chromatography. Column chromatography, you can see that same procedure. Mostly it will be use the techniques rather than the analytical. In silica used the pH 228 and the particular diameter here I given here, and very polar MP is giving that structure. You can understand water walls and dipole interaction will be happening in chromatography strength solvents what using. Next we will talk about that dry pack, how we will pack this one procedure, and the slurry packing of this mobile phase and stationary phase separation component, and fraction how to collect this image. You can easily understood that one. And next one, column chromatography, stationary phase polarity, how that increasing the polarity and carbon max, and these are the main stationary phase polarity. And this is the mobile phase polarity we are giving to the ascending and descending order, like increasing and decreasing order. You can easily understood that helium is and acetic acid from top to bottom. This is the increasing polarity of the mobile phase. Then you will talk about the and column evolution in the sequence of functional group on silica or the alumina in Folard, TLC and column chromatography, how that increasing the functional group polarity. You can see the fast and slow. Carboxylic acid is the slow and the alkane hydrocarbons are the fast. From that you can easily understood. Next one, you can see the TLC optimizing for column chromatography, how they optimize, and you can see the optimization. And the column chromatography is an extremely valuable techniques for purification of synthetic and the natural product. Most of it is synthetic and natural product. It will be a very useful technique, and components are separated by CC through the same mechanism of TLC method. And this is that structures you can figure. You can easily understood what is happening in column chromatography, and this figure to solvent front and how this chromo. Next we will talk about the HPLC. HPLC, high performance liquid chromatography, high pressure liquid chromatography. You can see the HPLC, the HPLC is a form of liquid chromatography used to separate the compounds or the dissolve in the solution. HPLC instrument consists of a reservoir of mobile phase, pump and injector, and separation column and the detector. You can see the compounds are separated by the injecting sample mixture and onto that column, and this is different how to partition. And the uses of HPLC, you can easily understood this happening. And you can see the component liquid, mobile phase, pump, injector, valves and separation column and detector. This is the sequence of components: normal phase and polar and the non-polar, and reverse phase, polar, non-polar and the polar. You can see what is the main advantage of, you can see here, main advantage of HPLC. HPLC is a higher resolution and speed of analysis. HPLC column can be reused without repacking or regeneration, and greater reproducibility due to the close control of the parameters affecting the efficiency of separation. Easy automation of instrument operation and data analysis. Adaptability to large scale and preparative procedures. Advantage of HPLC are result to major advance. One is the stationary supports with very small size and large areas, and the appearance in the high pressures of solvent flow and separation in ensuements and possibility easy. And if you like this video, please like and share and comment. Thank you for watching this one. Thank you very much. Like, comment and share. Bye, see you. If you like this video, click like, share and comment. Next video we will discuss about the detail about the what is stationary phase, what is mobile phase, and what are the main components of an chromatography. We will discuss. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.